Hello, everyone, and welcome to a fan's view of the Senate. Wait a minute. Isn't this Tagline?
Get out of my bedroom,
I'm
Vernon.
in the wrong studio. I'm
Get
sorry.
out of my room. What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night. We are the Cinefanatics. My name's Robert Adams.
I'm Chris Adams.
And with it being Wednesday night, that must mean it's time for the tagline, the show where the tagline is the title. Before we get started, I'd like to let everyone know this is a sponsored video here on YouTube. It is sponsored because our good friend, Mr. Vernon Greene from A Fan's View of FCL, Film Favorites, everything, bought me a beer earlier, so therefore this is sponsored. So
While painfully watching him try to hit a golf ball.
Well, trying to watch me hit a golf ball. Good Lord, yeah. We'll talk about that here in a second. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here as we get started. Tori, where did you put Vernon? I got Vernon. I managed to talk Vernon onto my bed. Anyways.
And that's the show.
Good night, everybody.
It wasn't that hard to do.
Anyways, y'all have any questions, comments, issues, complaints? You know how it is. Streamlabs.com/Cinefanatics. Drop those questions, comments, anything in there. That would be a good way to get our attention. Also, keep in mind, Patreon.com/Cinefanatics. Hop on the tier that is good for you there. We've got stuff coming up. What are we in? We're at the end of March. So
Hey,
we've got stuff coming up next month and whatnot. So,
That's a good way to get our attention.
Wake up. Anyways,
How do I wake up?
Yeah, wake up. Copy in my cup. We can't sing that song because it's a copyrighted song, but whatever. Real quick, before we get into anything else, upcoming shows. We do have a show coming up very soon, as in this Sunday. This Sunday, yeah.
On the Cinefanatics YouTube channel.
This Sunday, for those of y'all who know, we happen to enjoy movies, and this Sunday,
What?
I know. Did you not know?
The Cinefanatics enjoy movies?
Is that why they're fanatics of cinema? Oh, I get the name now. We're doing the Oscars watch along. It's going to be this Sunday. It's going to start at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. I know the Oscars is supposed to go from like 7 to 10, or 7 to 10 Central Time. It'll start like 5 Pacific and
Numbers
now 8 Eastern. So yeah, we're gonna have like a little 30-minute pre-show or so to talk about it. So that's this Sunday. Come join us. We will be live watching this. You'll see our immediate reactions to who wins, and best picture better be Coda. Anyways, just saying. It's not Tick Tick Boom because they didn't get a nomination, so hopefully it's Coda. Anyways, that's coming up. Also, as per usual, after this show is over, I will be heading over to Vernon's, which, I mean, I guess we're just going to be like swapping. Are you going to sit here and I'm going to sit on my bed, or I don't know?
I'm probably just going to sit here, or I'll sit on the chair that I've been sitting on all afternoon.
Yeah. Be heading over to a Fans View YouTube channel. Fans View YouTube. Wow. That's wordy.
YouTube.com/afansview.
Look, just because you're on my bed doesn't mean you can promote your own stuff.
I mean, you're promoting it.
What the hell's going on in your room right now?
Don't ask.
Don't make me come over there.
He can come over to your room too. So we will be doing a Fans View of Film Favorites. We are watching Office Space, which was filmed here in Austin, Texas. So while Vernon is here in Austin, Texas, we're going to watch a movie filmed in Austin, Texas. Office Space is a classic, and you said you've never seen it before, right?
I've never seen it.
So he's going to be watching it for the first time, and I'm going to be watching it for the 40 billionth time, I guess. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So catch us over there. That's going to be at 8:35 Pacific, 11:35 Eastern. Yeah. Anyways, Chris, how are you doing? Yeah, who's Oscar?
He's some poor schmuck who owes us some money.
No, he's that green fuzzy dude that lives in a trash can. He's like right down the road at the end of the street. Oh yeah, he's also a puppet on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's hiding.
Lola, since we have a guest in the apartment, Lola doesn't typically like guests. She is currently hiding under my bed. So, anyways, that's what's going on.
Really?
How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great.
We got a Streamlabs from Lola, apparently. Wait, when did you get a job? Could have been paying rent this entire time, but no.
Well, Lola said, "Get this strange man out of my room. He already used my litter box."
It's true. We had this big egg burrito thing this morning, and
yeah. So I guess we can jump into personal stuff. Vernon is here. If y'all missed him already, you can still see his elbow here. Yeah, Vernon is joining us.
Hey, wait.
What?
We can't do that. We cannot have the weenus flapping around on screen.
Yeah,
No.
You need to cover your weenus up.
No weenus flapping.
There you go.
Put that thing away. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. So help me.
We apologize for that unsolicited
weenus.
That unsolicited weenus that you saw on screen. We try to run this as close to a family show as possible. As you notice, we've started cussing a little bit more, and apparently we're showing weenus. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Seemed like the right place. So personal. I'm tired. I'm tired today. I'm so tired.
So typically, those of y'all that may be familiar with us, me and Chris typically sit here and do stuff all day, whether he's over on Twitch or I sit like right here and work because I work from home. So typically we're just sitting. Yeah, twitch.tv/Chris Adams MLP. Good call. We're typically just sitting all day, but thanks to Vernon being here, we have to get up off of our ass and go show him around.
Oh, I had to get picked up from the airport at 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh.
It was 9:30 by the time y'all got there.
You called it. You called that earlier. You said that he was going to do that on the tagline.
What?
That you were like, man, it took y'all like an hour to come pick me up.
First of all, traffic. Second of all,
yeah.
tired.
He did call that earlier, though. It was pretty funny.
I'm glad.
Anyways, so we've been walking around like all the places. It's kind of funny. We've basically taken a tour of all the places that the promos have been filmed for the First Class League. So
my promos, your promos have all been.
My promos are like in a theater or here or like somewhere like I can easily like turn around and go to bed from. So never too far from my bed. Got another Streamlabs from Garth saying pan over a little to get Vernon in frame more than Thanos. Thanks.
Here, I can pan myself.
Look, he panned himself. That works. Anyways, so yeah, we've been walking around all day, seeing a bunch of stuff. We went to Top Golf, which I've never been to before.
It's the second time I've ever been.
Yeah, I'm not much of a golfer, as everyone here can attest, because that was terrible shots. My arm is killing me, so I'm gonna be not using my right hand for. I don't like where this is going, actually. Never mind. So yeah, I'm just sore, just a very general soreness. Anyways, it was fun though. I enjoyed it, so thank you for showing us. Vernon loves golf, so
I was dropping bombs.
yeah. So that's what's funny is Vernon's like sitting here chucking these balls like clear across the green, I guess.
Yeah, the people next to us were even commenting.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there. If I'm able to hit the ball, it's like going.
Yeah, yours was going.
Well, yours was doing that too. Shut up. You did that also.
Vernon was dropping bombs. I was dropping some solid water balloons. Yo, what up?
It's called going deep.
I do not need you saying that phrase while you're sitting on my bed. Anyways,
the stream is so unhinged right now.
Pretty much. I mean, we're still kind of sticking to the format here, so I mean, we're doing good. We're still roughly on time. Do what?
Don't y'all have movie news to go over?
We do have movie news to go over here pretty soon, but yeah. So other than Vernon like dragging us all over Austin, anything else going on lately, Chris?
Didn't we drag him all over Austin?
I mean, theoretically, yeah, but what else is going on?
Stuff, life in general. Just
How's your streaming going?
Streaming is going all right. We're doing great. We got the family game nights rolling. We got we're jumping back into Fortnite again, doing the Fortnite. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, streaming. Y'all, everybody should come hang out. Come hang out over at twitch.tv/ChrisAdamsMLP. It's a fun stream. It's a fun time. If you're not there, you're missing out.
Still there.
Don't know to tell you.
Yeah.
Don't know to
tell you. This is going to be interesting.
This is a true fact. This is going to happen.
Oh God, is that what I paid for?
Yep.
Is that what you paid for? Yes, Vernon. Thank you. This is what the world needed. You're doing the Lord's work here. In fact, you can hold the Lord. That's what he would want. Anyways, you watched anything new lately?
Yeah. I've watched a couple movies. So we're loosely talking about an idea for a marquee coming up, and I'm just saying it. I'm assuming we're gonna do the marquee, considering there's a movie coming out at the end of next month that would be good to do a marquee over. Somebody who's basically playing themselves in it. So if you know what I'm talking about, basically I just watched 2 movies recently that I haven't seen before. And yes, I'm going to freely admit that on stream, and people can hate me in the chat. I don't care for having not seen these movies before at this moment, but Gone in 60 Seconds and The Rock.
So we're doing a marquee of Jerry Bruckheimer?
We're doing a marquee of Jerry Bruckheimer. You got it. We should do a marquee of Jerry Bruckheimer, honestly, at some point.
That would be a fun one, actually.
That would be kind of fun. Dude produces some pretty solid movies.
Coyote Ugly is S tier.
Coyote, did he do Coyote Ugly too?
I think he did Coyote Ugly, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so that's right. I have watched Gone in 60 Seconds and The Rock for the first time. I have enjoyed both of them. Both very, very good movies. The Rock probably a little bit more than Gone in 60 Seconds.
The Rock is so good. It's such a good movie.
I need to update my Letterboxd and put them on there, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun with both of them.
Hold on, I just got a message from Mr. PLD, Paul Denuzio from the First Class League. He's saying, "What? You just now watched The Rock? Apparently, you have been excommunicated from the First Class League." So
I've been excommunicated.
Excommunicated. I don't know what it is. Whatever. You've been kicked out again. Well, it means something besides John Wick movies.
I've been excommunicado.
Yeah, that means getting essentially it was getting kicked out of your organized religion is the simplistic term, but yeah, they use it in John Wick to kick him out of the.
You've been kicked out of the church, essentially. Yes.
Yeah.
What I like here is that we've already got, Jeremy here is trying to predict our potential marquee pun.
Oh yeah, that one's easy. Act tears.
Well, yeah, if we keep that in general, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I do like the Mark Cage.
It's got to be something tier themed.
Tier or rank or, yeah. Anyways, so that's fun. Those are some good movies. I've only watched one new movie this week, and it was the last movie I needed to watch in anticipation of the Oscars coming up. Which again, we will be doing a watch along this Sunday at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, right here on this channel. But I've seen all the Best Picture movies. The last one, Best Picture nominees. The last one I needed to watch was Drive My Car, so I knocked that out over this past week. It did take I had to split it up into 2 separate viewings because it's a 3-hour long movie. But man, it is good. It was such a good movie. Just the way everything looks and. The way everything looks in it, and I can't even describe it. It's a very enticing movie. Once you're say about 30 minutes into it, you're kind of hooked into it, and you got to watch where this goes. So highly recommend Drive My Car. I definitely can see why it's nominated for a Best Picture.
I don't care how much you're going to recommend it. I do not want to drive your car.
I don't want to drive my car either. It needs work. So those of y'all that would like to help me not drive my broken car, streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. That'd be great.
Right.
Anyways, that's the only new movie I've watched this past week. So, did you watch anything new?
No.
Okay, Vernon hasn't watched anything new. Thank you for helping us keep that segment short.
Absolutely.
Anyways,
hey Vernon, quick update, real quick. How's the fans' view of my brother's bed sheets?
Very soft. A little furry because of the feline that lives in here. I will have to take mass dosages of Benadryl, but other than that, we're doing good.
By the end of this trip, he's gonna look like Will Smith in Hitch when he gets like the allergy to the shellfish. Like,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a fan's view of cat allergies.
My eye is starting.
Yeah. Whoa. Anyways, so let's move on to some movie news. That's why we're here, right? We're going to do movie news, right? We're going to talk about movie news. Let's talk about some movie news.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is what's happening in your world tonight.
We apologize for the interruption.
Back to you.
Apologize for that interruption.
I feel like you can always tell when we're delaying to try to hit the video.
I wasn't delaying that time. I just was saying it just that awkwardly, just for funsies. But I mean, whatever.
Right.
How's the box office look, Chris?
Movie news. Ah! Okay. Yes, it's news about movies.
That would be why he is called the Commentatoring Nerd.
What a nerd! He's commentating. Okay. So we got a top 10. We got a top 10 in the box office. Knowing what has just come out in the box office, knowing it's just come out in theaters. Think about what just came out in theaters. You know. What do we think the number one movie in the box office is this week?
X?
No, silly. It's Batman. Of course it's still Batman. I think it's X.
I think X was like the only like new movie that came out this past weekend, but I don't think it opened like quite as wide. That was weird.
Sometimes my door likes to make noises on its own, apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, Batman's number one this week. Currently sitting at a nice 36.7 million gross for the week, which is down 44% from last week, which is nuts, and it's still number one.
I wonder what the comparison is. What was, I don't know if you have a way of quickly looking it up, but what was the drop off in percentage for Spider-Man No Way Home
from its first week to second week?
Yeah.
When did it come out?
Was it the 15th or so of December?
15th of December?
Something like that.
I gotta go back to 2021.
I want to say there wasn't as much of a drop off.
No, it was like December 18th.
Yeah. Because I did want to go back to the theater to watch No Way Home again. But like it was still sold out. Chris, how do you done? Chris, I like she's in all caps today too. How don't you have these numbers ready? Way to be professional. You had no idea that I was going to ask this question.
Yeah, no clue this was going to happen. Just springing it on me. So Spider-Man No Way Home and its first weekend release was 260 million.
Mm-hmm.
Which, looking at numbers now, is crazy. Second weekend, it went down to 84.5 million. So it dropped 67%.
What was that? So what was that in comparison to Batman?
It's like another 20 some odd percent more than Batman's drop.
So Batman dropped less in its second weekend than Spider-Man did. Interesting.
Are we in Batman's second weekend?
Was it the second weekend for the Batman? Has it been?
I think it's the third weekend.
Yeah, actually, yeah, this may be the third weekend. Oh, yeah, because last weekend was Turning Red and Adam Project, of course, on the streaming, not in the theaters, but that was the second weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Maxwell's got it. First weekend, Batman drop was 50%.
Interesting. Yeah, because Batman doesn't strike me as the movie that people are like immediately wanting to turn around and go back to see like right away. Not like Spider-Man. Spider-Man was, I feel like, was the more colorful, entertaining, like more families could go see that. I don't think many people were like, I just got out of seeing Batman and I want to go see it again.
Some
like,
people did.
I know some people did. Like I think Maxwell in the chat here, I think he went to go see it again as well.
Times.
Yeah.
Also, what are you talking about? Batman wasn't colorful. The Riddler was clearly green.
But very muted green. Like, yeah,
the color was there.
So Maxwell said he's seen it 3 times. Yeah, but like not saturated at all. Like it was, it was like lower saturated than that.
Green.
Sure.
Anyway, let's just rush this box office real quick. Number 2 is Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie. So it's a movie based off an anime. That's about as much as I know about anything dealing with that. Number 3 is Uncharted. Number 4 is
X. Which myself and Vernon shall be going to see tomorrow.
Are you going to do a review right out of the movie theater?
I don't know if we're going to do a review for it. I know Vernon, while he's here in Austin, which is the birthplace of the Alamo Drafthouse, we just so happen to have an Alamo Drafthouse right down the road from us. So
around the corner.
Yeah, so we're going to take him over to an Alamo Drafthouse so he can experience the Alamo Drafthouse, and I figured that was a good movie to go see. So
yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. No, sorry.
You already did that once.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Dog. Number 6 is Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 7, Death on the Nile. Number 8, a new release, The Outfit. Number 9, also a new release, The Kashmir Files. And number 10, Sing 2.
That's still holding on, huh? Interesting.
It's hanging in there. Scream and Jackass Forever have fallen out of the top 10 now officially.
So Scream is available for viewing at home, and I believe Jackass Forever is about to be.
Like, oh, good.
It is available? Okay, so yeah, if you have Paramount Plus, you are able to watch people puke and do weird stunts and hit themselves in the nuts and whatnot from the comfort of your own living room. Or from the comfort of someone else's bed if you want, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so that's the box office, huh?
That's the box office. We hit the top 10, y'all. Yay! Where's Paw Patrol? Who cares?
Real quick, so quick news on this. So it was just announced, I believe it was just announced today. They're making a live action Voltron movie, which is the good news. Bad news, it's being directed by the guy who directed Red Notice. Not that I want to talk. I'm not talking bad about Red Notice. I thought it was an entertaining movie. I had fun watching it, but there was nothing. With the exception of like one scene, I would say I don't think there was anything about Red Notice that would show me that this director is capable of like Voltron. And if y'all aren't familiar with what Voltron is, it's basically 5 teenagers that get the powers to fight evil, and they all drive like these giant robots that all form together to form one major robot.
Wait, Power Rangers?
No, this was before Power Rangers.
Oh, Gundam.
This was after Gundam.
I'm confused.
Yeah, okay. I think it was after Gundam. Someone might need to fact check me on that. I don't know 100% for certain because I'm not a huge Gundam expert, but I know Voltron. Voltron was popular in America like 84, 85. Ran for like 2 seasons. Like the first season was all about the kids and they were in the tiger robots. And then like the second season was like 15 other like kids or whatever. And they drove like just different transportation vehicles that all combined. And then like the last episode of the entire series, they brought the 2 of them together. Really weird, but yeah, I mean, they were doing Power Ranger multiple type episodes before Power Rangers even existed. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know if if this director is suited for something like this, but
Great minds think alike.
yeah. I mean, even as a kid, when I first heard of Power Rangers, I was like,
Is that Voltron?
is that Voltron? Did you ever watch Voltron? Yeah.
I started with Power Rangers.
Oh, okay. And then you hear about Voltron, you're like, isn't that Power Rangers? So amazing how that works. But yeah, a live action Voltron, I don't know. I will say this. Hopefully it's better than like some of the live action Power Rangers that we've gotten.
Well, the original ones or the new one?
The new one, I don't know, both. Like all of the movies have different aspects to them that like could have easily been improved upon.
You bite your tongue, you leave Elizabeth Banks alone.
She wasn't like a good Rita Repulsa, in my opinion. I'm used to the Rita Repulsa from the TV show, though. She was not that Rita, okay?
I will stab you with Buddy Christ. She was a good Rita.
She wasn't the Rita.
She doesn't have to be the Rita. She wasn't supposed to be the Rita.
She's a Rita.
She's her Rita.
I wanted the Rita that gets like popped out of like that metal like tuna fish can and like, finally, I've returned. And of course, her words don't match her mouth because it was dubbed. But like that's the kind of Rita I liked, was that whole costume, the Madonna bra type of thing or whatever. But I don't know.
The Madonna bra type of thing. Y'all quote
Madonna
that, put it on a
bra
t-shirt. Cinefanatics t-shirt, first t-shirt out the gate, the Madonna bra type of thing.
It's gonna say the Cinefanatics, and on the back it says we like the Madonna bra type of thing. You'd buy that, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's okay to say no, Vernon. It's okay to say no.
Just say no.
Just say no to this. Anyways,
say no to drugs, y'all.
yeah. Thoughts?
I'm kind of in the same boat here. Like Red Notice is a very standard, like, hey, we made a movie. Here's things happen in this movie. Here's some actors that you like. So there's nothing about Red Notice that I'm like, you know what? You know what I like about this? I feel like the direction in this movie would work very well for Voltron.
Ooh, I feel like this would be good for Power Rangers. We can't do Power Rangers. Someone else is doing Power Rangers. This would be good for Voltron. When you can't get Power Rangers, get Voltron.
I mean, here's the thing. Directors have made not great movies, and then they've gone on to make good movies. So,
Or vice versa.
And vice versa. You know,
Chloe Zhao.
Everybody has their hits. Everybody has their misses. You know, just because you got a miss here or a movie that a lot of people consider a miss, some people might find it a hit. Who knows? Everyone's opinions are different. Doesn't mean that you can't go on to another movie that is a hit or a miss.
Wait, this is really?
See,
so
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball was good. I liked We're the Millers. I didn't see Skyscraper.
Skyscraper was fine. Skyscraper's better than Red Notice, but it was fine. It was just fine.
I like this idea of doing like a Captain Planet movie. Problem with this idea, though, is there's like a huge population of people that would believe absolutely nothing from this movie.
Captain Planet, he's a hero.
That was a climate change flat earther joke.
So anyway, Voltron from Red Notice, director. Let's give him a shot. Let's give him the old college try. Let's see what happens. It could be good. It might not be, but it could be.
Yeah.
He did Dodgeball, so you know if he did Dodgeball, he could probably do Voltron.
If you could do a Dodgeball, you could direct a Voltron.
If you could direct a Dodgeball movie, you can direct a Voltron movie.
That's great. Did you ever see Red Notice?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did.
Oh, okay.
All right,
So-
Vernon, you can get out of our apartment.
It's okay. It was entertaining, but it definitely wasn't going to win any kind of awards. But
I'm just kidding.
it was Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, and Gal Gadot.
Godot.
Being Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, and Gal
Godot.
Okay.
I liked her in Death on the Nile.
I haven't seen that yet.
We do believe you pronounce
We
the
haven't
T.
seen Death on the Nile yet.
You do pronounce the T.
Godot. Waiting for Godot. Okay.
Waiting for Godot.
Anyways, So that's one. Other one real quick. There's a Play-Doh movie coming out
Why?
because that's what the world needs right now is Play-Doh. When the world's in turmoil, we're coming off of a pandemic and there's wars in foreign countries. You know what will bring us together?
Play-Doh.
Molding clay playthings.
That tastes like vanilla.
It doesn't taste like vanilla. It tastes like salt.
Oh, we had very different Play-Doh than when I was.
Yeah,
kid.
that's not Play-Doh. That was just regular dough for cake or
I think
cookies
that-
or something.
I think that might have been something different.
Yeah.
Anyways.
This is going to be an animated movie. It's being directed, get this, by John M. Chu, the guy who did Crazy Rich Asians,
I liked In the Heights.
In the Heights. He's going to be directing the upcoming Wicked theatrical production instead of the Broadway show. They're adapting it for movies, for film. He's directing that. He's going to be directing a Play-Doh animated movie.
Okay.
Sure. On top of that, it's being written by Emily Gordon. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with who Emily Gordon is, you may have be familiar with her character name of Emily Gardner from what's it called?
Big Sick.
The Big Sick. That's right. It's Kumail Nanjiani's wife in real life. So she is writing this Play-Doh movie. So, I mean, interesting talent behind the camera. I just don't know why we're doing a Play-Doh movie.
And here's the thing also that you got to keep in mind is John M. Chu is very familiar with creating movies based off of childhood toys. So,
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
So he did do that, didn't he? He did do the G.I. Joe.
Yeah. So this could be I mean, it's an animated movie, so you got to think it's definitely going to be different. It's not going to be like G.I. Joe was, but
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Like Play-Doh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting like, if I think about this, I'm feeling like I'm thinking like Gumby.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gumby type. Gumby, Gumby style.
So
y'all remember Gumby, right? Am I old? I'm old.
Yeah. I don't think we know anyone who's going to be in this movie yet, but as soon as I heard this, my first thought would be something like Dwayne Johnson and Scarlett Johansson. We're going to see them like in the Play-Doh barber chair being like pushed down in the chair and the Play-Doh just pops out of their head so they can get the haircut. Like that would have been funny.
That's horrifying.
I know. I was like, I don't know what else you're going to do with this. So that's probably what they're going to do. Is they're probably going to go the Lego movie route and just make it all very meta and very just goofy and silly.
That reminds me, you know what would get me on this project immediately is Lord and Miller.
Yeah.
If Lord and Miller were also involved, I know Emily Gordon's writing and, what have you, but if Lord and Miller were also involved, like producing or something, on it.
I mean,
I'll go see a Play-Doh movie.
Yeah. Look what they did for Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Yep.
Great movie.
Yep.
That could have some promise behind it.
I'm pretty much going to watch anything those two guys touch.
At this point, yeah. I am low key like rooting for the Mitchells versus the Machines to win at the Oscars this weekend. That is this weekend. We are doing the watch along live Sunday, March 27th at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. Anyways,
that's called the mid-show plug. Get them in there, y'all. Get them in there. Okay.
Great. Let's move on to a more like heftier topic here.
Hey.
Netflix. You're familiar with Netflix. We're all familiar with Netflix. Big question for you, Chris.
Yep.
And be honest.
Okay, there we go.
Do you use your own Netflix account or are you using a friend or family member's Netflix account?
Well, I don't know. Is it a family member's?
I mean, technically you're using mine and I'm using a friend. So yeah.
We're like 2 degrees away. It's like 2
degrees away from having our own Netflix account. I mean, I do pay for the account, but the account itself belongs to a friend. I'm just paying for it because this friend has covered the Netflix account for me for so long.
And by proxy, I use it too.
Yeah. But personal integrity and how I feel like I should be faithful to my friends and their expenditures, and they are being faithful to me and my expenditures. Netflix doesn't think so. They're starting to crack down on this kind of
these flippant shenanigans.
Yeah, we little shenanigans. They're cracking down on sharing accounts. If you are using Netflix, but you are not in the same household using the same IP address as the account owner, they are testing an idea where you may have to pay anywhere from $2 to $3 more to have these other people using your account. Which, here's the thing, that's not a bad idea. Because for a full Netflix account, you're looking at anywhere from like $8 to $10 now, something like that.
Yep.
Is it $12.99? I just let them like auto pay off of my card, and I don't ever pay attention. So
$60, cha-ching, right out of the account.
Yeah. And yeah, here's the thing: if you live together, it doesn't matter. Absolutely.
True.
The idea is that you're sharing it. Like in this case, my friend owns this account. I'm the one paying for it, but Netflix doesn't know or really care about that personal situation I have with my friend. But she's the account holder, and I'm using it over here on my internet, completely different IP address. So Netflix will eventually probably flag and say like, you can't do that. Problem I have with this that I haven't seen Netflix answer yet is what about the possibility of you are a parent, your child has just graduated high school, is going off to college, and they still want to use the Netflix account. I mean, theoretically, I would say that should still be okay if I was running it. Now, I know I'm not the one running it. I'm running Cinefanatics, and we can do whatever we want with Cinefanatics, but that's my personal thought on it. That would make sense. Don't give this college student the extra burden of having to buy their own Netflix account now.
Right.
But at the same time, $2 to $3 extra just for that college student to use it away, that's not that big of a deal. I don't think.
Correction on price. Prices range from $9.99 to $19.99 a month.
I wonder what the difference is.
The more users.
Oh, okay.
And the ability to do 4K.
Okay. So, I mean, that makes sense that they would charge a little extra. Right now, this is being tested in South America, namely Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. And the experts are saying that just adding this little bit of a bump could add upwards of $1.6 billion to Netflix's yearly revenue.
Because, they need it.
They don't necessarily need it, but I mean, here's the thing. Like, even though I'm admitting on the internet perfectly fine that I do share an account with a friend, that is like technically against Netflix's terms of service. I get that. I understand that. That makes sense. They have a business. They set their own law up for that. You abide by what they say in their terms of service, or you don't use their service. So yeah, I understand that. But
Chile.
Yeah,
I mean, no, that makes sense. Here's the thing, like I make the joke like they don't need it, but I mean it's their company, it's their product. They're allowed to sell their product and allowed to crack down on people who are I say abusing, but are finding loopholes around how to consume the product.
Yeah.
They're allowed to do that. And, if it adds that much extra, then what my hope would be is that Netflix funnels that back into movie making and produces even better and even cooler and more original content to make Netflix worth, using.
Red notice.
Okay, better, Adam Project.
Sure. Just a little bit more money on a little bit of the de-aging there. That would be great.
See, and this is why we should be getting charged extra for our Netflix accounts, because if we got charged extra for our Netflix accounts, that de-aging
would have looked way better.
Would have looked way better.
It's completely my fault. Y'all can all blame me. I take full responsibility for that very shoddy, very crappy looking CGI de-aging that they used in the Adam Project. It is my fault. I apologize to the world here.
Could not go through one stream without getting canceled for some reason.
No. Speaking of which, we did get a Streamlabs from Netflix terms of service. Donated enough for 1 full month of service, saying get your own service, you bums. So thank you, Netflix, for giving us the money that we now will in turn give back to you. Thanks, Vernon. Anyway, so thank you, Netflix. We will do the right thing from here on out, maybe. Or at least until y'all start charging us for these extra fees.
Right.
Anyways, that's it's interesting. I agree with that. I see where it's gonna hurt me in my pocketbook, but I'm okay with that because it makes sense. It's what I would want to do if I was running that business as well. So
guys, let them charge extra so we can hurry up and get the next season of Stranger Things already. Jeez.
Yeah, seriously.
And how?
Speaking of companies and how they spend their money, Amazon apparently, and I know this has been going on for like a couple of years, much like the Disney Fox buyout thing. Apparently, we're in the final steps of Amazon buying MGM. They are trying to move forward with buying it for $8.5 billion. I believe right now we're just waiting for the final like antitrust law, just for the final FTC to look over it to make sure that no antitrust laws are being broken. Once that's passed, I believe the deal is as good as done. This deal would mean that Amazon is now in possession of major franchises like James Bond and Rocky.
Yeah.
So seeing how the James Bond franchise essentially just ended with Daniel Craig in this last movie, that puts Amazon in a very, very strong position to start the next James Bond franchise with the next actor. And they will be in charge of casting that actor. So this is going to be like a huge make or break for Amazon being like a formidable production studio. I mean, they already do their own like productions as is, but attempting to adapt like a major IP like James Bond and not messing it up, this will be very impressive to watch.
And also they're getting in there before the next Creed movie comes out too. So you still got some money from the Rocky franchise coming in as well.
Yeah.
So that's not to say like any other franchises and stuff that we don't have mentioned already or that we didn't mention already. But that's huge. This is another one of those like big corporate buyouts that has pros and cons to it. The pros, of course, being money behind a studio to produce, bigger, more movies, better stories. That's the optimistic view on it. You can produce a wider range of stories when you have a company with like Amazon's money backing you. Now, the con is, what does this do for jobs in MGM? What does this do for, the library of MGM movies? Are we ever going to see those in any format other than just streaming on Amazon Prime? Maybe not. Get your physical media while you can, kind of a situation. The other side of that also is that just because there is more money backing a studio does not necessarily mean that movies being produced are going to be a wider array and will actually tell those stories that you were hoping. They would potentially like to make that money, that $8.5 billion, back from the studio probably as soon as they possibly can. So while there's nothing wrong with a nice, fun, big blockbuster movie, I wouldn't be surprised if you see this purchase happen and James Bond gets announced immediately.
Yeah. Just for that quick turnaround for your like return on investment.
Yep.
Yeah. And kind of like what Jeremy Miller here is saying, I would not be surprised at this either. If Amazon starts cranking out a James Bond TV show, I can very well see them doing like maybe like a young James Bond type of thing, like the young Indiana Jones.
I would like to see Ana de Armas's character from the last James Bond movie get her own like TV show. I think that'd be cool. That'd be a fun spinoff. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a James Bond show. I feel like that's one of those you do them in movies, you don't do them on TV kind of situation.
Yeah.
Does this mean that I'll finally get to be able to stream James Bond Jr. from my youth, the cartoon?
Maybe. Depends on if they get access to that as well. I know a lot of times, especially like 80s, 90s, the cartoon rights were held separately from the movie rights. So typically, I believe like in those times, the cartoon rights were sold off to a completely different studio.
Yeah.
Was that her character's name, Felix?
No, that's Jeffrey Wright's character.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched the latest James
Clearly.
Bond. Anyways, yeah, so that it might be possible that the cartoon comes forward, but it just depends on who actually owns the rights and if Amazon gets those as well.
So how would that work with, I think, doesn't MGM own the rights to Wizard of Oz, but Warner Brothers distributes the movie?
Yeah, because MGM was the one that produced Wizard of Oz when it was first made.
Yeah. And they still own the intellectual rights, but
I think MGM, from what I remember, MGM, I believe, owns the producing rights to that one movie, because they did do that sequel of Return to Oz, and that was completely, if I remember correctly, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that movie was completely produced and distributed by Warner Brothers.
I would say if Warner Brothers has all distribution rights, then it would stay on like HBO Max.
Yeah. But that one, so that came out in the 80s, and the rights may have reverted after a while. It may have reverted back to Warner Brothers being in charge of it. So,
hey, what's going on, Adam Witt?
Hello, sir.
Every decision still goes through the Broccoli's.
Yeah. So, do they actually still have a hand in that, or like was it Albert Broccoli? His family, I believe, he was the one that did the James Bond to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Malcolm's saying that Return to Oz and Oz the Great and Powerful are on Disney Plus. So, yeah, I don't know exactly who retains the rights to these. If the rights of this, like, so The Wizard of Oz is a literary piece to begin with. Are the rights to the literary novel out for whatchamacallit, open, where anyone can adapt it?
Yeah. They're in the legal terms. We know these. We're the legal term fanatics.
Yeah.
Public domain.
It's available for anyone.
Public domain.
Public domain, that's it. Like if the rights to Wizard of Oz are out in the public domain, can any studio just make a movie about it? And now I love the delay on this. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all being here. His daughter Barbara Broccoli has a say in every single. So I mean, here's the thing: it may be a completely different studio that's handling it, but it's still going through Albert Broccoli's family. So therefore, it's still being held in good hands. So, yeah, I would say. Oh, yeah, even Tim Franco's, yeah, that family is a vice grip. Okay. Yeah. And that's why I feel like we hear like all these rumors or people saying like what would be a good how's Pikachu doing? Is Thanos okay?
Happy
that's why I feel like we hear like all these people like saying rumors of who they would like to see play James Bond, but yeah, I know it all comes down to what the Broccoli's would have to say about that. So, okay, see, here's the thing. I'm not a huge James Bond fan, so I don't know these like little details.
Get him, Tim. Get him. I've only watched the
Cubby Broccoli. Okay, interesting. I will have to read more about this history because I knew of Albert Broccoli. I remember seeing his name like Albert R. Broccoli or something like that presents Dr. No or something, but I don't know like the actual details of it, but that sounds very interesting. I think Warner Brothers owns the rights to distribution for the 39 Wizard of Oz movie, though. So it's all,
Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about.
It might be in public domain. General rule is that any work published before 1923 is in the public domain. And then there's also, I do know that there's stuff that like creative works that are produced, they do fall into public domain. One of the big ones that I hear a lot of people talk about is like Mickey Mouse.
Winnie the Pooh just did that too.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh did, but the thing with like Winnie the Pooh is probably the best example. Winnie the Pooh fell into public domain. Anyone can make a movie now about Winnie the Pooh. What you can't do though is you can't put him in a red t-shirt.
Correct.
Because Disney owns that character. That is a Winnie the Pooh character owned by Disney themselves.
Oh, bother.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got to be a shirtless, silly old bear.
Yeah. So it can't be Winnie the Poohing it anymore.
Winnie the Pooh XXL.
Nice. Anyways, so that's gonna be really interesting. I'm kind of curious what they would do. Would they do a Rocky show though as well? Is there a potential for like a Rocky type of TV show? I mean, you're not gonna get Sylvester Stallone potentially for that.
I just don't know what story in that universe you'd want to do, because like once the third Creed movie comes out, I think you're done with Adonis's storyline there. Like at that point we could just predict
who else is tied.
But I mean, maybe you do a show off of Rocky's son. I mean, how many more seasons does This Is Us have that Milo Ventimiglia is attached to?
Gal Gadot.
Exactly, Ventimiglia.
Yeah,
I got it right. I'm Italian, right?
Possibly, but I mean, I don't know what he would. He really hasn't followed like in his father's footsteps here, still being a boxer or anything. So I don't know what we would get out of that.
I'm just looking for a character, maybe a new character in the universe who is like inspired by Rocky. But I think how are you staying away from any kind of storyline that you're already picking up from with Adonis's character? You know, what new do you do in that universe?
I would have said like maybe like flesh out more of like Drago's son. But with the way things are going right now, I don't know if we want to do a show about.
Nah, it's okay.
Doesn't seem like it would be a good idea right now. No. So,
I don't know that there's anything like show wise. I think you can do something. Oh my gosh, Blubberling.
Clubberlang's son, Blubberling.
I think you can do like I saw someone mention it. I don't know if it was Jeremy, if it was Nerd, or who mentioned it before, but you could almost do like a reality show that is based off of like stuff that happened in Rocky, and maybe like Michael B. Jordan produces it or hosts it or something, kind of a situation. I think that's the extent you can do with like a Rocky themed show at this point. I don't know if there's really going to be like a narrative that you tell.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Like we know MGM has been like in a bankruptcy. Like in bankrupt has, I guess they filed chapter 11 like 10 years ago or so. So they've just been looking at trying to sell off the studio. This looks like a good avenue for it. So hopefully that'll go through. I don't foresee like the FTC like blocking the antitrust or anything. So Rubber Lang. That's great.
All right, everybody put your best Clubber Lang
puns in
the chat real quick.
Anyways, let's move on to the main topic. First of all, right off the bat, I hate this for one simple reason.
Wait, this is it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the show. Maxwell nailed it. This is the show.
Happy birthday, Polly. Yeah.
I mean, I would even take this animated, to be honest. I would legitimately take this animated. Make it like a parody. Make it literally the robot is actually sad it got cut from the movie.
Yeah. Given like Polly's relationship with that robot, I don't know how much we could actually show.
No. This is like meta. The robot is a real actor and was sad that its part got cut out of the new edition. Animated. It's sad.
That would be like a cross between like Rocky and Short Circuit.
It'd be
Johnny
great.
Five is alive. Yeah.
It would be great. Like, I got cut out of Rocky 4 Special Edition.
Rubber 2, Rubber Lang, Adam Witt. They got Stephen Lang. I feel like I've heard of that one before.
Isn't he that guy in that Avatar movie or
That
something?
Avatar movie? Yeah.
That Vader film?
Yeah. Lubber Lang. These are all really good, actually. I didn't know we could have people be like this creative with it. I didn't know it had like that many directions.
This is giving me life. I
Yeah.
was dying earlier at the beginning of the stream. This is giving me life.
So he creates a multiverse to create a timeline where he's in Creed and Creed 2. Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Like, even going so far as we see like what was happening with him like during Rocky 1, like is he on the manufacturer line still, and is he like achieving sentience while Rocky is sitting there going up against why am I blanking on names all of a sudden? Apollo Creed, yeah. It's right there in the fucking name of the movie. So, yeah, whatever. Moving on.
Get out of the chair and let Vernon take over for you.
Would you like the okay.
It's nice and warm and ready for you, Vernon.
Yeah. So, the main topic here, again, I hated this because I had decided that this would be the main topic of the night, and I'm in the process of creating the thumbnail.
We joked about this too.
Yeah.
We joked about this too.
I was in the process of creating the thumbnail of like, well, who's not going to the Oscars? And I was putting the two of us and Rachel Zegler in this thumbnail going, none of us are going to the Oscars. And while I'm creating this thumbnail, freaking Motion Picture Associate or the American Motion Picture and Sciences decided to invite Rachel Zegler to come present at the Oscars this Sunday, completely throwing out what I did for the thumbnail. I was like, all right, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put like crosses and check marks and we're good.
We joked about this. We said the second you make this thumbnail and
They're
we get it
gonna
ready and
invite
it's
her.
done and it's ready to go up, they're going to invite her to the Oscars because of the backlash. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, look what they did. So
Yeah.
you guys, all y'all out there in Hollywood land and your little YouTube channels and generalized stuff, you can thank us for Rachel Zegler, your queen, going to the Oscars. It's our fault. She is now invited. You're welcome.
So real quick to backpedal because this is awesome. Adam went and the whole backstory. He's being created in a factory as the factory workers get distracted by Rocky's first fight with Apollo, allowing a lightning bolt to bring the robot to consciousness. Adam, I'm going to need you to like get to work on that script right now because I think you are the perfect person to helm and write this movie and then start pitching it to Amazon. I feel like that's one of those, like, you order like a product from Amazon and then you purposely return it back to Amazon because you decide you don't want it, but you just slip the script in with it. So you are subliminally handing them the script to your movie in the hopes that they will produce it. That would be the best way to.
Turns out I ordered way too much toilet paper from Amazon Prime. Here you go, Amazon.
Here's the toilet paper back. It hasn't been used. By the way, there's also a script. You can keep it. Enjoy.
We're also 2 years out from having the toilet paper shortage of 2020, so we can make these jokes about toilet paper being sent back now.
By the way, Amazon, are you okay with the fact that we also share our Amazon Prime account with a friend and people outside of the house? Is that okay with y'all? Okay, cool. Anyways, it is. I know they do that.
You're not getting more money.
What, Netflix terms of service isn't going to get donated money for Amazon Prime? Okay. You're kidding. But yeah, so Rachel Zegler got the invite. The problem with this, though, is, again, this is a couple of days before the Oscars, which is going to be on this Sunday. We are doing the watch along this Sunday, March 27th, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. So this is going to be coming up in a couple of days. She's over in London right now filming the live action Snow White. So when they said that she's not getting an invite, I'm going to take a guess that they just planned with Disney to continue their shooting schedule. Now all of a sudden they've got to change everything again. So she has the time off to be able to fly back to LA and be a part of the Oscars, which is I guarantee that's going to cost Disney time and money. That's possibly costing her time and money. There's other people very likely being affected by this as well, just because the Academy, the American Motion Pictures and Sciences, can't get off their butt and do the right thing to begin with. This was a problem of a major star in a movie that was nominated for Best Picture was not being invited to the Oscars.
Yeah.
And Chris, why is that weird?
That she's not being invited to the Oscars?
Because who was?
Ansel freaking Elgort.
Well, besides that one.
Well,
like Tony
you're
Hawk.
talking about presenter. Yeah. So they, for some reason, they have Tony Hawk, Kelly Slater, and Shaun White presenting, and it's like, here's the thing: are you trying to include them to target younger audiences or more interested audiences into the Oscars? Because while Shaun White is still relatively relevant, Kelly Slater and Tony Hawk haven't really been pop culturally relevant for a little while.
Isn't Kelly Slater a surfer?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a video game too.
Mm-hmm.
But and I'm not saying like Tony Hawk isn't pop culturally relevant, but not as relevant as he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So not as relevant enough to say they should be presenting.
And I don't know if that's just the Academy is trying to, again, boost up like the views and get people to stop thinking of the Oscars being boring.
That's about as close as I can get mentally with all this. I think it's a little bit of a stretch because I think if that's the case, you still get Venus and Serena to present.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you do that?
Maybe they couldn't get Venus and Serena, but then you get somebody else. You like Roger Federer, or he's okay, right? Is he in any trouble? I don't know. I don't know what athletes are in trouble about anything anymore. You get someone else in the tennis world to do it.
John McEnroe? I mean, is he in trouble? Wait, never mind.
I don't know who is and isn't anymore. I don't keep my ear to the ground on sports.
Specifically tennis. I think we've named like almost every tennis player I actually know of.
Chris, just grab Tom Brady. He's retired, right?
Yeah, sure. He has unfinished business. He has yet to present an Oscar.
Yeah. He's got to keep going until he presents an Oscar. Anyway.
Yeah, so it's just kind of weird that like Rachel Zegler, like anyone who's seen West Side Story, I have not heard a single person say that they found out of the whole performance, out of the whole movie, that her performance was the one that was lacking. Everyone, I've heard nothing but rave reviews about her as Maria.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you invite her to the Oscars? Oh, okay. I guess I guess they are presenters. Oh, yeah, Billie Jean King. That would be a good one too.
It's right there. She's right there. But yeah. The whole thing is weird. So the talk is, why do you not invite Rachel Zegler? Because look at the young audience she would bring in. If you're wanting to talk about bringing in an audience to the Oscars, why would you not bring in one? She is the main star of West Side Story. She is the lead of that movie, basically. Why would you not bring her in? But she also comes with a social media following that you want to have attached to the Academy Awards.
Yeah, she's going to be the lead of Snow White. We all know that. She's currently filming it.
She's going to be a big star. Her star power is rising immensely and crazily.
So why wouldn't you? And especially on top of that, this isn't even touching upon the fact that the Academy have all said that they're trying to do better about like diversifying like what movies get nominated, who gets highlighted, they want to show proper representation. Why wouldn't you invite a Latina actress to be here at the Oscars presenting? Like, are you not trying to be more diverse? Like,
I don't know. There's just so many reasons why leaving her out initially doesn't make sense. I have to wonder, like, I saw some people online, I don't know if this is true, they were making the claim that her not being able to do Oscars was on Disney, essentially not being able to be flexible with the schedule for Snow White to allow her to be able to go present. So they just didn't send her an invite. And then apparently Disney figured it out. And then that's why she's now got the invite. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but what I do know is that she made the mention of, I'm not going to the Oscars. I haven't been invited. And that's all the information we were working with as a general public.
Mm-hmm.
And now she is invited. And it seems and it feels a lot like we made this decision based on backlash online. And this is just, here's the thing. This is just one of the many, many decisions the Academy has been making within the last couple of years that just doesn't make any damn sense. I'm getting choked up about it.
Especially their decisions lately. Like very lately. So I think it was Commentating Nerd. I mentioned this on Twitter, and I say, you know what would be funny? She's not going to do this because she's classy and she's going to do the proper thing. But this would be funny is if she was to like, okay, I'll go there, and then at the last second she drops out of being a presenter at the Oscars and go, okay, now you guys are now scrambling to try to figure out what to do. We're going to go back to just what we had already planned. Thanks,
right.
Deuces. Like, it would be hilarious if she does that, but she's not petty. She's too classy. She's not going to do that herself.
It would be a boss move, but
it would be so funny though.
if you're at her age and you were just in like a critically acclaimed Steven Spielberg movie and you are now being invited to the biggest night of a movie star's life, essentially, you're not going to be petty. You're going to freaking go.
Yeah.
I'm going to start using this tactic to go to events. I haven't been invited to the Met Gala. I don't know.
So the one thing I do like, one of the major takeaways from this is I feel like, like not just me, but I've seen like a lot of the news since yesterday when it was announced that she has been invited. A lot of people are saying that this is because of social media. We are getting more and more into a day and age where social media has a lot of influence on what people do.
Power.
I mean, you go back and you look at everything that happened with Sonic the Hedgehog when that first trailer came out, and then social media just blew up and it made them actually stop and go, yeah, okay, we understand everybody hates this look of Sonic. We'll fix this. I'm trying to remember. I believe there was a TV show called Jericho, and I believe it starred, I want to say it was Skeet Ulrich from Scream. This was a TV show that ran for like a couple of seasons or so. It had a pretty hardcore fan base, and then they canceled it. And a lot of the fans, like a giant group of fans, went to where this show is filmed, and they pelted the studio with like popcorn packaging peanuts. I don't know the exact reason, but I feel like the popcorn packaging peanuts had a connection to the show itself. And I don't remember if they were successful, but I know it made news that they were contemplating doing another season of Jericho because of it, because of the fans. These fans are proving how dedicated they are to this property. And when you get your fans that are that passionate, you can't help but listen to them.
Right.
So that's what happened with Sonic. This happened a couple other times, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but we've seen it on social media where the fans are getting together and they're rescuing like bad decisions, or like they're bringing this. Deadpool was kind of a big one. Deadpool, they leaked that footage, and the fans are like, oh, hell yeah, we want to see this, and they made it. So
and they made money from it.
Now, the problem with that, though, is how much leeway are you going to give the fans? There's a reason that movies have been made for decades without anyone actually asking the fans. Yeah. In some cases, you'll get a very terrible movie like 2003's Hulk compared to, like, say, what Marvel's doing now, where we've got Kevin Feige, who is a person that every single person on this planet pretty much trusts with their life.
it always comes back to Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really good example. Like, so, like Kevin Feige, he might listen to a little bit of social media, but he knows what he's doing. He's probably like gonna just barely listen to him, acknowledge it, and then move on. But if something was to happen, I don't know if he would like actually change everything based off of a social media push for that. Or this may just be a bad comparison altogether. But I mean, in some cases, yeah, social media could be very detrimental to how that project gets made, how that project gets viewed and produced. So,
yeah. And then,
yeah, like this.
And Malcolm was saying, I'm surprised that social media didn't force ABC's hand to allow the 8 categories to be awarded live on the show. It would have been nice. It would have been nice if they did, because I mean, that's a situation where I would hope that is a sign where we have fans, we have individuals on social media pushing for something good and something right, for sure. Like, you can make your arguments as to whether or not they did the right thing by going back and having the animators redo all of the Sonic scenes and stuff for the movie. And whether they were paid correctly or not, that's a whole separate discussion. But something like this, where it's like, we want to honor these people in front of an audience, let them be honored, let them be respected, and let people see the work that they've done and give them the award for it in front of people. That I really wonder, like, we don't completely blame the Academy, but at the same time, I wonder if the Academy could have done any more pushback than what they maybe did. We didn't see the discussion. We are not privy to the discussion behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Maybe they gave it everything they got, and now they're just going to have to take heat from ABC's decision.
Well, but also keep in mind that the Oscars is on ABC this year, and ABC is also owned by Disney. So sure. if the whole thing is like the inability for her to get free from the Snow White shooting schedule, it may have been Disney telling the Academy, hey, Rachel Zegler's not going to be able to make it. Please don't invite her. Don't plan for her to be there.
Either way, the whole situation is kind of bass-backwards, because I think that if this is the situation that the Academy is in, where they're being bogged down and they're being forced, if this is the case, if this is what it is, they're being forced to make decisions based on what the company that the Oscars are airing on, the channel the Oscars are airing on, dictate, then that to me makes me feel like the Academy is kind of spineless in a way. And I'm not saying, again, we don't know what the discussions behind the scene is. Maybe they gave it everything they got, but
or what control power they actually have,
or how much power. But is the Academy Awards on ABC every year, or does it change between different channels like the Super Bowl does?
I could have
give me the big game.
Yeah, it's after Super Bowl season, we can say
right
now.
It's a big bowl.
Here's the thing. I feel like it does feel familiar that it is on ABC every year. I don't recall it being on any channel other. It just doesn't feel right saying the Oscars are on NBC.
So, being from Nashville, Amazon took their shot at an award show this year with the American Country Music Awards,
mm-hmm.
not the CMA, the American Country Music Awards, and they did one hell of a show. Like, Amazon producing it, it was commercial free, straight through.
Interesting.
One of the best award shows I've seen.
Oh, fascinating.
So, I mean,
it's good to see streaming services trying to get their hand.
Okay, so it is ABC every year. So
then that tells me that Academy needs to be doing a little bit harder pushing, because at the end of the day, it's like ABC is looking for the ratings, obviously. The Academy obviously probably wants those ratings too, so that they can continue to do the award show every single year. But I mean, I don't know. I think there's a lot of choices being made for the sake of ratings that I think actually really just, if you really spend any kind of considerable amount of time thinking about it, it's really backwards. Like, if the whole situation with Rachel Zegler was just a lapse in judgment on inviting her, and then it gets out and everyone's like, wait, what? And then they go, oh man, we should definitely invite her. Actually, it just kind of goes to show me that, I don't know, maybe I'm being too strong on this, but I feel like the Academy is kind of spineless in a lot of ways.
Malcolm asked a question earlier, like, do you think the problem also lies with her publicist for not following up with the Academy for why she didn't get an invite? I don't know if there's like an appeal process on this.
Yeah.
Like if it is like, this is the Academy's final decision and the publicist can be like, yeah, but hear me out. She's the
Rachel?
star of the
Zegler.
movie.
Yeah. Movie. It's in Best Picture. Steven Spielberg directed it. Remake
She's the
of.
star of it. Like, I don't know if you could do something like that, but
Yeah, so maybe that might be the case, but I don't know. The whole thing just, again, feels like a lapse of judgment in some ways. Just like, why are Tony Hawk, Kelly Slater, and Shaun White presenting an award?
yeah,
Why is DJ Khaled presenting an award? I
yeah.
don't know.
Cal, whatever.
Well, is he presenting one or is he presenting two?
I
Or
don't know.
another one?
And another one, and another one. Here it goes.
Another
yeah,
one.
Yeah. Kind of a softball setup there for a.
Another one.
Hey, Maxwell in the chat, what do you say?
Another one.
Oh, okay.
Another one.
Hey, Vernon, you have anything to add to it?
Another one?
Oh, okay.
Another one.
So Thanos. Oh, he doesn't talk. He's a toy. Anyways, so yeah, it was a very interesting situation. I'm extremely happy that she gets to go.
Yeah,
because she absolutely deserves to be there. But it's definitely a very weird and awkward situation. And it's not a situation that I would have expected to hear hit the public. And of course it wasn't going to had Rachel Zegler herself not said something on social media. This started with a post that she made to her Instagram.
we would have gone through and watched the entire show and at the end of it gone, wait a minute.
Did anyone see Rachel Zegler in this?
Was Rachel Zegler not there?
Did you see her in it?
I didn't see her.
Oh, okay. It's because it hasn't happened yet.
Well, I wasn't going to see her.
Oh, you
There you
weren't
go.
going to watch it?
No.
Speaking of really awkward choices and decisions the Academy has made, why the hell is Tick Tick Boom not in the Best Picture category?
I don't know. Maybe we're just biased, but I mean,
Oh, I'll be biased. I'll be biased all day.
I'm okay being biased with that.
Give Andrew Garfield the award. I know Will Smith probably deserves it too, but give freaking Andrew Garfield the award.
Absolutely.
Will Smith will get another
I
shot.
will back that opinion 100%. So we have a lot more opinions on who we think should win and shouldn't win. I know we talked about it briefly when they made the announcements of the nominations. Now that we've been able to see a couple more of these movies since the nominations had come out, we're probably going to talk about this a little more in depth right before the Oscars start on our Oscar watch along Sunday, March 27th, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern.
Wait,
Please come join us.
are we doing an Oscar watch along?
We are doing an Oscar watch along. Yes.
Sunday.
Sunday at the Cinefanatics Dome.
At the Cinedome. Wait, that's
Anyways,
that's
something
we're
like
not
that.
doing it there.
Yeah, and I guarantee you one of the first things we're going to talk about is how much we want to see Andrew Garfield win Best Actor because they're singing happy birthday. He deserves it, damn it. So anyways,
We're getting mileage out of that. We're getting some mileage out of that.
I mean, it's Tick Tick Boom. I'm going to keep that in there for like constant rotation whenever we need it. By the way, I do want to shout out that where did it go?
We're singing happy birthday.
Oh yeah. So I did see in the chat we had Tori was announcing that on Sunday, along with our Oscar watch along, Sunday starts her birthday week. They're singing happy birthday. Well, happy birthday, Tori.
Perfect.
We look forward to that week. Guarantee we'll probably play that again next Wednesday during your birthday week. So anyways, I think that's going to do it for tonight. That was all of our topics. So anyways, to sum up real quick, we are doing a live watch along this Sunday for the Oscars at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern.
All right.
Come join us. If you don't have like cable TV, if you don't have a way of like being able to watch the Oscars, oh yeah, It is available like YouTube TV, like Hulu with live TV. If you do subscribe to any kind of like cable TV service through your cable provider, you should be able to go to ABC's website and stream it live. You have to sign in through your cable provider to get to it, but you should be able to watch it with us that way.
Our stream is starting to feel like a Marvel product in which all of our streams are just advertising
future streams.
I
mean, that's the idea. This is the flagship show, so this is what you should expect. So we're going to do that, and we're going to keep doing that because that's how we get the word out. People don't know we're doing it unless we tell them. This is how we tell them. And that in social media, because apparently social media.
Nerd, I would definitely plug the chip video if I had it edited down and ready to go. Haven't touched that footage.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm lazy. Apparently.
Anyways, so that is coming up here in a little bit, in about roughly an hour. I'm going to hop over to Vernon's channel over on Fans View, and we're going to do Office Space. Since Vernon is currently physically right here in Austin, Texas, we're going to watch a movie filmed in Austin, and Office Space is a movie that everybody and their mom absolutely loves. So we're going to be doing that here in about an hour. So if y'all are available, I believe the movie's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Did you say Netflix?
Netflix.
Oh, okay. So you said Netflix. It's going to be on Netflix.
This man in the car couldn't say anything right.
I still can't. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Yes, Malcolm, we are doing an Oscar watch along. It is this Sunday, 7th. Okay. Anyways. So, anyway, we're going to do that. Lola's here finally. So, Chris, what would you like to plug?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm just, you guys come over to twitch.tv. Come on over to twitch.tv/ChrisAdamsLP. We're having a good old time over there playing some video games and hanging out with you guys. We ate some chips recently. You can see some of them back here on my shelf still. They're hanging out there. We did a chip taste test. We did Smash or Pass Pokemon Edition. If you don't know what that is, think about the title for a minute, and just me and Tori did that, so hey, you just go along with it, okay? Gonna do some other fun things on the channel. Announcements to come. Big one coming up here pretty soon. So just get over here, twitch.tv/ChrisAdamsLP. Hit that follow button, get subbed up and all that, and yeah, it's good times, guys. Good times. Come on over. Come on.
Weren't you gonna throw out a challenge for your channel tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bomb challenge, yo.
Oh, apparently
the challenge is gonna be da bomb.
Apparently, I'm streaming for like 5 hours or so tomorrow on the channel, and I guess we're doing if I hit like 200 in donations, we'll see. Yeah. Vernon's gonna pop on screen towards the end of the stream and just drop a bomb, the bomb. He's gonna do what we did here on Cinefanatics. He's gonna coat a chicken nugget in the bomb. That hot sauce that nearly killed me. He's gonna do the chicken nugget challenge, the bomb chicken nugget. He's gonna burn his mouth, is what I'm saying. Is if we get donations. So come over to the stream tomorrow. Come hang out, send in some donations, and make Vernon destroy his person.
Oh, excuse me. Office Space is on Amazon Prime,
not Netflix.
I apologize. We were looking at 2 and. Well, how? Are you going to kill me in my sleep? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that could be arranged as well. I can lock my door.
Anyways, something will happen regarding Vernon at $200 tomorrow.
Either Maxwell donates it and he doesn't show up at all, or everybody else donates it because they want to watch him burn alive. Anyway.
So Vernon, who's over here allergic to cats, decided to pick up Lola.
But she doesn't like humans.
She's like, I don't know who you are. Please don't touch me.
Oh, she's taking a shirt.
Anyways, so yeah, were you done with all of your plugs?
I think so. Yeah, twitch.tv guys /ChrisAdamsLP. Come on over and come hang out. It's gonna be a fun time. Okay, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, can I plug myself now?
Not on camera, you can't.
Oh, okay. Well, good night, everyone.
Save that for you and Vernon later.
No, thank you.
Not gonna say anything. This is not a time to yes and. Anyways, you can follow me at Robert Adams MLP on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Make sure you follow me on all those places. I do have some interesting stuff coming down the pipeline. So
Cooking.
Do what?
You're cooking.
I'm cooking.
You're cooking.
What am I cooking?
Ideas.
I'm cooking ideas. It doesn't have anything to do with cooking. He just decided to say the word cooking, but I don't have anything cooking physically yet, even though I do like making food, but that's not a part of this.
They're baking in the old noodle.
Anyways, so yeah, make sure you follow me over there, and make sure you follow Cinefanatics at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. Hop on patreon.com/Cinefanatics. Next month, we've got the movie watch along and the movie trivia hangout. Is going to be coming up at some point. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Help us out any way you can. And yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. So
And yeah.
So thank y'all for being here. Thank you for watching this live. Everyone who was in the chat that was joining us, great conversation. Thank y'all for participating. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell your friends, family, neighbors, the President of the United States, whatever. I don't care. Just let them all know that you enjoy this content and that they should be watching it also. So as for me, as for my brother, as for Mr. Vernon Greene, our special guest who's physically here in Austin, we thank y'all for watching, and y'all all have a great evening.
Bye-bye. Bye now. See you later. Have a good one. Y'all have a good night. In the fucking broadcast.